friends, welcome to the online classes. Today we will be taking the chapter of trigonometry and we will understand it from basics. Okay, last time you were facing some problems, so we are going to take this session from the basics and we will start from the triangle. Okay, so basically what does trigonometry means? Trigo, the term trigonometry is derived from the word triangle and geometry. So triangle and geometry. So from triangle we have trigonometry. Okay, so basically it was taken from the ancient Indian scripture of Buddhist literature, from where we have the concept about this right triangle. Okay, the concept of right triangle was derived from the Buddhist literature part called Sulva Sutra. Okay, you will study that in history, I guess, but after that we have studied about the Pythagoras theorem, and before that it was part of algebra. So there we have Pythagoras triplet like 3, 4, 5. Okay, so whenever we have to square about 3 square plus 4 square, we get this 5 square. So this is Pythagoras triplet. Okay, so these numbers were the part of algebra earlier, and later it has become the part of trigonometry. So those numbers were 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24, 25. Okay, 8, 15, 17. These were Pythagoras triplet. So whenever we used to study these, add these numbers, square these numbers and add them, we get the largest part, that is hypotenuse. And when we formed them into a triangle, we got a right triangle, where the part opposite to the theta we call is at perpendicular. Okay, part attached to the theta is called base with the right angle here, and the slant part is called hypotenuse, h. So we have p, b, h. So when we convert this into ratios, we get the sine value, which is called perpendicular upon hypotenuse, base upon hypotenuse, and perpendicular upon base. With these three sine cosine values, we can also derive these opposite values also. Okay, so this tangent is the opposite of cotangent. Okay, secant is the opposite of cosine, and sine is the cosecant is the opposite of sine. Okay, so by reversing this value, we have these three values complementary to one another. Okay, so you can learn it like this, like you can say that it is p b p b h and h h b. Okay, p by h is called sine, okay, p by h is called sine, b by h is called cos, and h by b is called tan. So we have Pandit, you can learn it, it is a way of learning. Pandit Badri, sorry, P B P and H H B. We have Pandit Badri Prasad and Har Bhole. Okay, and you can also say Sona Chandi तोलो. ठीक है. पी बी पी पंडित बद्री प्रसाद, एच एच बी हर बोले, सोना एस फॉर साइन, सी फॉर कॉस, टी फॉर टेंजेंट, सोना चांदी तोलो. So you can learn it like that. This is a combination. Also you can be patriotic and you can also say that it is Pakistan भूखा प्यासा, Hindustan हरा भरा. So these are the learning techniques. Now let's come to the basics. So basics of these values came from the learning of this theta. So if this is theta, understand, this is 90 degree. So sum of the angle of triangle is 90 plus theta plus angle P is equal to 180. So angle P will be 180 minus 90 minus theta, which will be 90 minus theta. So this will be 90 minus theta. Okay, this will go here, it become 90 minus theta. Okay, so angle P will be 90 minus theta. So now you can apply values and you can say that this 90 minus theta, and you always take the opposite part as perpendicular. Okay, so the length opposite to the 90 minus theta is perpendicular for this, and the length opposite to the theta is perpendicular for this. Now whichever value you are taking, the value will be in terms of theta. So if you are taking this value, suppose you are taking this theta, so for this theta, and if you apply sine here, so sine of theta will be y by x. Now for example, you are not taking this theta and you are taking this part, this will be 90 minus theta. Okay, but 90 minus theta, but sine of 90 minus theta will be x upon r. Okay, so sine of 90 minus theta is x upon r, which means, and sine of theta is y by r, which means this sine 90 minus theta is actually cos theta. It is a you can also represent it by cos theta, which is actually x upon r. Now how come this cos theta and sine 90 minus theta are equal? This means that if you shift an angle by theta, it become a cos theta. So here I have draw it. See here, you can see that this trough and this is the crest. So there is a shift of pi by 2 in sine, in terms of sine, in terms of cos. So the graph lie in the maximum value of +1 and -1. Okay, So this is plus 1, this is minus 1. Now sine theta can never be greater than plus 1 and less than minus 1. So whenever this is 0, sine 0, the value is 0 at this point. Okay, let me brief it. Okay, sine 0 is 0, but cos 0 is 1. Okay, because the entire graph has shifted in this direction. Okay, the entire graph has been shifted. So sine 0 is 0, but cos 0 is 1. Okay, so for sine 1 we have cos theta 0. See, for sine 0 again at 180 degree we have cos 180 degree minus 1. This is minus 1 here. So this is the graphical representation, and this is how we get the values. So see, at the table also you can see that sine 0 is 0. Okay, sine 0 is 0, but cos 0 is 1. But sine 90 is equal to 1, cos 0 is equal to 0. Here also you have seen sine 90 degree, here sine 90 degree 1, but cos 90 degree is equal to 0. So this is the way you see the graphs. Now again at 0 degree tan theta, tan 0 is 0, but tan 90 goes to infinity. Okay, so you can also learn the values by graph. So all these values of theta of between 0 and 90 lie between, all the value of theta between theta and 90 degree lie between this region. Okay, between 0 and 1. Here is 45 degree, here it's 30 degree, here it's 60 degree, and all the values lie between 0 and 1. They all are less than 1 and greater than 0. They all are greater than 0 and less than 1. All these values. Okay, we will take the questions in the next videos. Okay, thank you.